Good. Good. Nice. Right there. And he's going to look straight up that shoulder, past his hands, in between his gloves. If he's looking over top of that glove, he's too low. If he's looking straight at that glove, he's going to have a blind spot. So he wants to look between the gloves. That's excellent. So that's his ready stance. Now we're going to break it down to each joint and how it's supposed to look. So again, his front foot is flat. His back foot is on the toe with his heel up in the air. His front knee is slightly bent. No more past, his knee does not go past his toes. He wants that knee over top of his toes to give even distribution of weight in the front foot. The back knee is bent also. So the back foot is up on the toe, with the back heel up, because that's like a sprinter in the gait. That's good. His hips are turned in line with his ankles, in line with his shoulders. That's very good. His elbows are in. He's protecting his solar plexus with his elbow. That's very good. His other elbow is at about a 90-degree angle. If you notice, all right, he wants to keep his elbow behind his hand. So that elbow is behind his hand. If he has his elbow in front of his hand, then his jab is going to be like a hammer motion. That's no good. He wants to keep that elbow slightly behind the hand. That's excellent. Good. His shoulders are pointed in the same direction as his hips and his ankles. Almost a 45-degree angle into his target. His head is down. His chin is in his chest. He's looking through his eyebrows. He's looking past the hands. So again, elbows are in. And also, imagine that there's a shelf at the belly button. Boxing is a sport, all right? There's a foul line. The foul line is the belly button, okay? So just imagine that those elbows sit on that foul line, on that shelf. If the elbow falls off the shelf, all he's got to do is pick it back up and put it on that shelf, and that will protect his face also. All right? Good. And that's the ready position. And after this sets up the jab. Now, all the skills we're going to take a look at are going to be taught stationary first. I'm very big on practicing things stationary before you add movement. So, with that in mind, what we're going to do today is going to use just the elbow to drive that jab. So what he's going to do is, from the setup position, he's going to drive the elbow up and back down. Up and back down. Up and back down. Good. So now, that's the basic jab. So now what he's going to do at the end of the punch, about 90-95% of the punch, you're going to turn it over. So we're going to lift it up and turn it over and back in position. Boom. Good. Up and back in position. Good. So now he's going to do it again. Jab. Good. Hands up, head down. Looking down the pipe. Looking down that pipe. So again, so here we go. Every offense has two defenses. So he's got an offense here. He's got a defense with that shoulder and a defense with that hand. His elbows are in. That's very good. Looking down the pipe at his target. Not looking over top of it. Looking down the pipe. Good. Back in position. Good. Good. Elbows in. That's good. So here we go. Jab and back in position. And jab and back in position. One more. Jab and back in position. Good. So the variation we're going to take a look at is, just like I just said, is that everything's done stationary first and then movement. So a lot of coaches like to teach to step with the jab every time. Now, in reality, 90% of the time you are going to step with the jab. But if my man's up against the ropes and I'm this far away, I don't want to overcrowd myself with a step. So that's why I want you to practice it stationary first. But then the variation is to step with the jab. So he's going to step with his front foot, pushing off the back, push off the back, step with the front foot, and jab. And go ahead and jab. Boom, back in position. Again, this is his setup for the right hand is a jab. He's going to give me a jab. Good. Looking down the pipe. Offense, defense, defense. Good. Now he's going to give me a right hand. Good. Good, 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 good. Now you got to hold that all day long because he's in balance. So here's what we're going to do. Take a look at every joint all the way up. So his base stays wide. Again, like a pyramid. Bigger on the bottom, smaller on top. His front foot is flat. That's the anchor foot. His back foot is the pivot foot. His anchor foot is flat. His front knee is slightly bent. So again, that puts weight across the whole foot. His back toe is flat. It's not on the toes, it's on the ball of the foot, so he still grips into the ground. His back heel is up, he's squashing the bug on the back toe. His back knee is bent. His hips are turned forward now. His right hip is turned more towards the target. His right shoulder is towards the target. His left shoulder is back, like a teeter-totter or a seesaw. He's using a lever and pulling around the fulcrum. Good. And again, his hand is out here. That's his offense. He's got a defense and a defense. He's got his chin down to his chest still, looking down the pipe. Very good. Take it back. Nice. So what he's doing here is he's practicing 60-40, 60-40, 60-40, 60-40, along with the anchor and pivot foot. How you feeling with that? Okay, good. So back in position. Now all I want you to do is, so now you got out, over, through, you've got your clutch and gas, and you've got your pivot foot, your 60-40s, okay? So all you're going to do is give me a 1, 2, 3, straight up, okay? So 1, 2, 3, good. On my cue. 1, 2, 3, good. Back position. 1, 2, 3, nice. Back position, good. One more. 1, 2, 3, good. Back position. Aiming at the camera. And 1, 2, 3. Back in position. 1, 2, 3. Back in position. Good. Give me a 1, 2, 3, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 2. Position. Good. One more. 1, 2, 3, 2. Position. Good. Get back to the fight. Okay, good. So now we're going to do the breakdown. All right. So hands up, head down. The setup, the setup is the right hand. Right hand? Nice. So again, the right hand has got a wide base. Anchor foot. Front knee is bent slightly. Back foot is on the toe, pointing towards the force. Good. Hips are turned, shoulders are turned, heads down, hands up. 1 offense, 2 defense. So now off of this, he's going to pull. To initiate the left hook, he actually pulls the left elbow back to the hips and pulls the right shoulder back, pulls the right hip back, and drops the right heel straight to the ground. Picks up the left heel, and that's how he initiates it. Okay, so you're going to pull back to 90 degrees. Boom. Good. Good. Over, and now through. Okay, back in position. Going to do it one more time slow like that with a 2. Nice. See all the setup. He's going to pull the right elbow back to his hip, pull the right shoulder back, pull. Good. Back in position. Good. Nice. Another one slowly back. Right hand, pull. Good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Back in position. Good. So now 1, 2, 3. Position. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Again, once you keep his eyes on the target. A bad habit is to look over where the punch is going. You want to see where the punch has been. You want to keep it right here on top of the target. Good. Back in position. Now, a variation to that. A quick variation is that's a medium hook right there. All right, and that's good for amateur boxing. Elbow up, palm down. If you throw a hook like this, you're going to get called for slapping sometimes. So if you do that, fine. Just make sure you know how to elbow up, palm down. Again, let's break it down. Here's a setup. Wide base. He's going to squash the bug in the left. He's going to pull his left elbow to the body. Left shoulder back. He's going to squash the right bug. And right uppercut. Good. Now the right uppercut. Let's start from the bottom. He's got an anchor foot with a slight bend in the knee. He's got a pivot foot with a slight bend in the knee. His hips are turned, so his right hip is driving towards the target. His right shoulder is driving towards the target. His left shoulder is pulled back. His left elbow is to his body. His left hand is to his face. He's got an offense and a defense and a defense. He's all covered. So now the right uppercut, his right elbow is at 90 degrees. The fist is turned so the palm is facing him like a shovel. He's going to dig up under there. He's going to aim for the collarbone and throat. He wants to lift my chin up. He does not want to extend through it. It's a rotational shot, lifting it up. After he lifts it up, he chops it off with a hook and an uppercut, and a hook and an uppercut, and a hook and position.